The energies are so massive right now. If you follow anything anywhere on astrology, on energy readings, on updates of that nature, even tarot readers, and you could just feel it. I'm not even talking about the economic, political, none of that. Energetically, time is speeding up, right? There's so much happening. And everyone I know is going through it. Everyone I know, karmic stuff, big relationship shifts, massive truths coming to the surface, not even necessarily like difficult or dark ones, just big. I've been going through it, really having to rework a lot of old stories, a lot of old beliefs I didn't even know I had. I was just living them. I was just assuming they were true. And everyone else around me. And one of the things that I've been called to really work on is bringing my gifts and my capacities into my work, into what I offer and how I work with people. So I have over 12 years experience of working as a therapist, and I was doing fine with that. I was doing fine. My clients were doing fine. Things were moving forward, they were growing, everything was kind of, each session was deep and rich and satisfying and all of this. And yet somehow I found myself miserable, and something in my heart, something in my soul was saying, there is a big piece missing. And it was actually my intention for my very first ayahuasca journey. I'm wearing my little ayahuasca necklace. Um, and I was really asking, how come if things are going well, why am I miserable? Am I looking to be miserable? I really unpacked that very deeply, and none of the answers were making sense. It wasn't avoidance, it wasn't me trying to make something miserable, even though it was fine, so that I could find some problem to work on. What I realized was that I wasn't actually living my spiritual gifts, and I wasn't bringing them into my work. So I have a lot of intuitive capacity. One of my gifts, a gift and a curse sometimes, is the ability to really get to the truth and also to see the truth. I see the truths that people hide from themselves, and that's a really tricky tightrope to walk. What I noticed was that I wasn't actually bringing those truths into my work. I was very careful and mindful of meeting the clients where they were and not really nudging them to go much deeper. I was nudging them a little, but there was this incongruity within myself where I knew something more was possible and I didn't know how to bring it forward. And as this time has unfolded, I just moved to a new state 6 months ago. As I have shed the private practice with therapy clients for the most part as a result of this move, and began shifting into this new kind of work, I've been challenged and I've been guided internally to really bring my gifts to the world in a new way. And so I've put together this container I'll tell you about in a second. Part of why was that I realized that when you just stay within the realm of talking about the issue, it's a very deep place. Naming your traumas, naming your feelings, being able to really kind of key in on where you're at and what's driving your feelings, what's driving your stuff is really powerful. But I realized it wasn't enough. And I really struggled with that because it's like you're really good at something and then you're like, oh, but it's actually not. It's actually not enough. So that's why it actually took me as long as it did, aside from the fact that most people really struggle with hard truths. And when I see a hard truth, I have this dilemma within me of like, how do I present this, or do I? Or they didn't ask me, so why should I even tell them what I see in them, what I see in those stories that they are hiding from themselves, those belief systems they're living that they won't actually acknowledge. And I'm a very gentle practitioner. I bring so much love. I bring so much care. I'm an empath, so I also feel all the feelings and help transmute that. So I had to put together a different kind of container than was my therapy container. The therapy container is this ongoing, gentle, slow process that may or may not go anywhere in terms of transformation. It goes somewhere in terms of self-knowledge, but transformation is different. And I really am all about transformation because it's what our souls want. It's what my soul wants and it's what I want to bring and offer. And so this container is going to be a 3 months process, 6 sessions altogether, 3 to 4 months. I'm giving people up to 4 months to complete it because timing and everything. I'm calling it the Sacred Dream Alchemy Portal. And within this portal, I am putting together all of the things that I do best to help people transform. And I have structured it in such a way that it goes through an arc. Rather than kind of meeting you where you are each time and just let's talk about where you are. I actually have a structured plan that allows for a lot of movement. The deepest purpose for this is so that you do actually transform, that you live the spiritual teachings. Like you've done the books, I've done the books, you've done the classes, you've done the retreats, I've done the retreats. And how come it doesn't stick, right? We all ask these questions, all the books answer this question. And the reason it doesn't stick is because the nervous system needs integration. And so the nervous system aspect is woven into all of the time that we'll spend together and in between. Let me pull out my notes real quick. I don't want to miss anything. So part of this portal will be Dreamwork. And as soon as I say that, if you say, well, I don't dream, I will teach you how. I will show you how to remember your dreams because we all dream. And if you still don't dream, you can still go through the portal. There will be plenty there for you. But if you do dream, your dreams are going to guide your process. And I'll be able to see and show you the transformation as it happens. You will see changes in your dreams, and I will show them to you so that you can also see them going forward beyond the portal. So, dream work. I'm bringing through oracle readings together with my intuitive guidance because those archetypes, that's what I use at the archetype deck. The archetypes have never steered me wrong, and they are so, so crystal clear on where it is inside you that you're stuck, that you are needing to go deeper on. The shadow aspects, they're phenomenal because every archetype has a light and a shadow. And so archetype readings with the Oracle deck. We will be doing 2 shamanic journeys. And if you've never done one, don't worry. All you need to do is use your imagination and I will guide you the entire way. The first shamanic journey will be a soul retrieval. It will be a way for you to come for those parts of you that you have left behind in traumatic experiences, in traumatic times in your life, in difficult points. And I will help you gather those parts. This doesn't happen instantly. We will have some time before then, so we will know which parts we're looking for. We're also going to piece that together. So shamanic journey work, the first one will be the soul retrieval, and then a few sessions later, you will be meeting your quantum self in a shamanic journey, again, guided by me. And also, while you journey, I also journey. I'm guiding you, but I also receive intuitions and guidance and messages. And I'm also part of, especially the soul retrieval, I'm also part of bringing some of those pieces back to you and giving them to you, reintegrating. And as I already mentioned, the nervous system integration processes, because none of this sticks unless you expand your nervous system. I will be offering lots of different tools. You'll feel into which ones work for you. And as a teaser, I am including this really, really fun, interesting, creative process of nervous system expansion and integration and manifestation. I will actually teach you how to manifest things into your life using this art process. I will leave that as a teaser. If you have questions, you can uh, message me privately about this or anything else. I'm running this as a founders round because I've never run a container before and I need time to practice and work out maybe some of the kinks. I'm not sure if there'll be any, but just to feel into what it's like. I've done all of these pieces separately before. I'm confident in all of the different parts, but I've never offered the arc before. And that's why I'm offering this founders round for just 2 people. After that, the price will go up to its full price. The founders round will be $1,500 for a 3 to 4 months container of 6 sessions. And if you know anything about these containers, that's a very, very low price. But it's, again, mutually beneficial, right? I get to learn and you get to experience and go through it with me. If you feel like you gained something really useful and transformational and feel like offering a testimonial at the end, that would be most welcome. And if not, no pressure, no requirement there at all. There will be soul work in between sessions. I will explain all of that if you decide to sign up or if you check out my website where I've described all of this in way more detail, believe it or not. After the 2 people have joined the founders round, the price goes up to $2,880 and potentially higher after that. So I don't think I've missed anything. If you have questions, please go to the website. If you are on YouTube, it'll be in the description. If you're on Instagram, it's in my bio. My website describes the process. It has all of the information. You can book a free 15-minute resonance call with me if you want to just talk and see if you're right on for this, or if you're hesitant, or if you have questions, happy to answer those. Or if you're ready, if you're like, this is me, I'm ready to go, there is a payment plan and a pay in full version of this that you can sign right up if you are ready. So I hope to see you in the portal. Feel free to DM me with any questions or schedule that resonance call, and I'll see you soon.